Boy, was that first half tough to watch as a Bills fan. It was one of the most weirdest first halves. I'm trying to think of the words to say for what we saw in that first half. The Buffalo Bills currently trailing the New England Patriots 3-6. New England up in the game so far. And the Buffalo Bills, I mean, turnovers to begin the game, two of them to start the game, and just a lot of penalties for the Buffalo Bills as well. It's just it blows my mind away. It's been a field goal battle between the Buffalo Bills kicker and Matt Prater and the New England Patriots kicker Andy Borregales, and it's just one of those weird, ugly games for Buffalo. Is just not exactly what we saw. It's been a little bit stale in terms of the start of the game. Moving the ball down the field, they've been able to do that, but they haven't been able to put points on the board. And I want to see the Buffalo Bills have a much better second half. And I think the adjustments are going to be made in the second half to play a much better game. The leading players in the game for the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, 9 of 11 for 100 yards passing in the game. The leading rusher is also Josh Allen, 4 carries for 32 yards. Dalton Kincaid is the leading receiver in the game, 3 catches for 48 yards on the day so far. On the other side, for the New England Patriots, Drake Maye, 9 for 16 for 89 yards on the day. The leading rusher for the game is Antonio Gibson, who is currently out for the New England Patriots, 6 carries for 21 yards. The leading receiver for the Patriots is Stefon Diggs, 3 catches for 33 yards so far today, and Hunter Henry is second for the New England Patriots. The leading tackler for New England is currently Christian Ellis with 4 tackles on the day. And then, as I mentioned, the turnovers for the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots so far. Combined turnovers in the game is currently at 3 turnovers so far. The Buffalo Bills losing 2 fumbles so far today, and then New England losing 1. Time of possession battle, currently Buffalo is up in the time of possession battle. They will get the ball to start the second half, 16 minutes and 48 seconds for the Buffalo Bills versus 13 minutes and 6 seconds for the New England Patriots. The first down category, the Buffalo Bills, 7 first downs to New England's 9. Third down efficiency, Buffalo 2 of 5, New England 1 of 5. Neither team went for it on fourth down. Total plays on offense, New England 31, Buffalo 26. 1 sack allowed for the Buffalo Bills, 2 sacks for the Bills on defense. 3 punts for the New England Patriots, 1 or 2 for the Buffalo Bills. Penalties, like I mentioned, this is where it gets ugly for the Buffalo Bills. 8 penalties for 65 yards so far on the day. New England much better at 2 penalties for 20 yards. And the biggest thing for me in the second half is the Buffalo Bills have to play so much cleaner in this game. It's ugly. I don't like what I've seen so far. As I mentioned, it's just not Buffalo Bills football that we've seen so far, and we got to play a lot better, especially in front of the home crowd in Highmark Stadium. I think it's a little bit of a tough atmosphere when you have a guy that was a former Buffalo Bill and Stefon Diggs out there on the field. Yes, it's tough. It sucks that you're going up against him, but you got to play a lot better. And in the halftime adjustments, as I mentioned, for the Bills, it needs to be better. John Robert brings up a good point here. Greg Rousseau needs more sacks. Absolutely. I want to get into some more of the defensive players and highlight some of the players for the Buffalo Bills that have stepped up today. I really liked what I saw so far out of the front 4 for the Buffalo Bills. Deion Walker, 2 tackles so far on the day. The 2 sacks on the day, Greg Rousseau with 1 sack, as well as A.J. Epinesa. Good job from the defensive end room so far in the game. Leading tackler on the day is Matt Milano, 6 tackles so far on the day. There's 3 that are solo and 3 that are assisted tackles. And then also for the Buffalo Bills, we've seen a lot of different defensive line combinations for the team. We also saw Fedarian Mathis come into the game. He has 1 solo tackle as well. John Robert coming into the chat saying the Bills defense needs to be better at stopping the run. Absolutely. Some halftime adjustments that I think the Bills can make in this game. Number one, I mean, like I said, the penalties, that's one thing. You can't win a football game when you're beating yourself. That's just not good. You have to, like I said earlier, you have to play clean. You have to play smart. Don't give the New England Patriots any opportunities to win this game and get back in it and take over the game. Secondly, I think that the Bills, I mean, the fumbles, you gotta play clean. It's just the name of the game. The offense has been a little bit stale at times. They've done a good job of moving the ball down the field, but the plays that the Bills are running, I mean, 3 straight plays where we're running for first, second, and third down. 3 running plays is just tough. Comedian Mo Brown coming into the chat saying Bills will still somehow put up 30 points. I could absolutely see that. I think it's going to be a much better second half for the Buffalo Bills. They'll have to play a lot better, but it's sloppy football from the team right now in the first half, and we need to play a lot better on both aspects of the field. Starting with the offense, I mean, you got to stay on the field. You got to put points on the board. You got to help the defense out. The defense has bailed them out a couple of times today. So far, like I said, it's 6-3 in the game. Defense came out to end the second half, kicking a field goal on that situation where it was on the 1 yard line. Defense held up. Got to show up for the Buffalo Bills on offense, and that starts with Josh Allen and James Cook. I think more of a balanced attack is what we need to see from the team. Get James Cook going early on in the second half so that we can move the ball and put points on the board. Then utilize play action passes in this game. You've seen what I've seen in the first half is really good plays from Buffalo where we're trying to attack the middle of the field with Dalton Kincaid. I really liked what I saw there. But we got to get the middle of the field opened up with Dalton Kincaid, then utilize the underneath with Khalil Shakir, and we also need to see the perimeter guys and Joshua Palmer and Keon Coleman step up a little bit more in this game too. But the biggest thing is the Bills are being beaten in the field positioning battle. Just like John Roberts said, he said we had bad field position. Bills need better field positioning. Also, completely agree with what you're saying. It's been ugly. The Bills have not really been able to move the ball down the field on New England. But I think in the second half, like I mentioned, they're going to play a lot better, and it's going to be a different team. Just a few things that the Bills are missing out on, and I think that they're going to be better in the second half. Let's turn it over to around the league real quick. I want to get into some of the scoring matchups that have happened today, and let's start with the AFC East matchups that came in, and let's start with the Jets and Dallas today. The Jets losing to the Dallas Cowboys 37-22. The Miami Dolphins had a 17-point lead on the Panthers. They ended up losing that game 27-24. And the AFC East currently does not have a win today, which is crazy. And then one of these two teams in the Buffalo Bills or New England Patriots could be the lone team that wins in the AFC East this week. Let's go also around the NFL. Let's talk about the other games that have happened, starting with the 9:30 game this morning. The Minnesota Vikings defeated the Cleveland Browns 21-17. The Giants falling to the Saints today 26-14. The Colts and Indiana Jones Colts defeating the Raiders 40-6 today in a huge win. The second to last undefeated team in the NFL falls short to the Denver Broncos 21-17. Denver defeating the Philadelphia Eagles today in a game that was very close throughout the day. The Texans defeating the Baltimore Ravens without Lamar Jackson today, 44-10 in a lopsided game. The Titans getting their first win with Cam Ward in the helm, defeating the Cardinals today, 22-21. The Buccaneers having a great day. We saw Emeka Egbuka have a wonderful day for the team. He is currently leading the Offensive Player of the Year stats for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, defeating the Seattle Seahawks 38-35 on a Chase McLaughlin field goal to end the game. The Lions defeating the Bengals 37-24. And then the last game that we saw in the 4 o'clock window was the Commanders and Chargers. This game was actually won by the Commanders. The Chargers not looking good right now, losing 27-10 in this matchup. The Commanders, John Robert coming into the chat, defeating the Chargers in this matchup. It was a great game to watch if you didn't get a chance to see it. Then we have one more game tomorrow. We have the Monday Night Football matchup on ESPN between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. We are currently in the first week of bye weeks for the NFL. The teams that are in the bye week for week 5 is starting off with the Atlanta Falcons currently, the Chicago Bears, the Green Bay Packers, and Pittsburgh Steelers all on bye weeks this week. And next week, the Bills will be playing those Atlanta Falcons. I believe that game is going to be on Monday Night Football. I'm going to double check my stats real quick just to make sure that I have everything correct, that the Bills will be playing on Monday Night Football. Yes, they will. They will be playing in the first game of the doubleheader on Monday Night Football on next week. So that'll be a great game to watch as well. But some halftime adjustments for the Buffalo Bills. They can fix things today. Defense has to play a little bit better and get off the field on third down situations. I want to see that happen. Get the ball back to Josh Allen and put up some points in the first half on offense. But if we can play a balanced attack, it's going to be a great post-game show that we will have after the game. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment on social media. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also find us on our website, gobillspodcast.com. We'll see you after the game for our post-game show. That'll be immediately following the conclusion of the Bills and New England Patriots game. Let's have a better second half for the Buffalo Bills, and let's stay loud, stay proud, and as always, we say, go Bills. We'll see you after the game.